Dispenser going up. Well, I guess that'll do.
A long time ago, I got this pistol and I named it the most powerful gun in the game. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember doing that. I can't even be really totally sure if I'm the one who named it that in the first place. I'm pretty sure that I have early onset dementia, but despite not knowing why I named it that, I do know why the pistol from TF2 is nicknamed the most powerful gun in the game, specifically in my backpack. It's for the simple, undeniable fact that the pistol, when used by the engineer, has 200 freaking reserve ammo. I mean, holy shit, dude, this gun is literally gonna never run out of bullets. You can literally get yourself into a firefight, and you might as well just set up camp, buddy, because I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be able to do this all night, basically. That's right, run and grab an ammo pack. I'm not even halfway through. Just kidding. The real reason that my pistol has this seemingly ironic name is based on a real admiration that I have for the gun, because just like the stock shotgun, I think the engineer's pistol is criminally underrated, and it's almost entirely because of the Wrangler. And yeah, the short circuit is a pretty powerful secondary in its own right, but unless you're planning on getting into some scraps with a couple soldiers, or if you're trying to get out of Dust Bowl's spawn room, it's a very situational item that punishes you very harshly for misusing it. And I've made an entire video already about the Wrangler detailing just how powerful the ability to not only double the damage output of your sentry gun, but to tank an obnoxious amount of incoming fire is, but it cannot be understated just how unfair it is to compare either of the engineer's other secondary weapons to the Wrangler, which is still, in my opinion, the engineer's best weapon. That being said, the pistol is so good if you remember to use it. But before we get into that, let's talk about the stats for a second. The pistol is a dual class secondary weapon, which is used by both the scout and the engineer. The way the gun functions is almost entirely similar between the two, except the scout reloads this pistol about a quarter of a second faster, and the engineer's pistol holds a reserve 200 ammo as opposed to the scout's 36. It has 12 rounds in the clip and can be fired semi-automatically by holding the button down. The pistol also has a natural bullet spread effect that prevents it from being used as a long-distance sniping tool. However, the first shot will always be perfectly accurate, the spread resetting after a little over a second of ceasefire. The bullets do anywhere from 8 to 22 damage per shot depending on the distance, which makes it a very effective medium-range weapon for both softening up targets before close quarters engagements or finishing off a weakened enemy as they retreat. The engineer appears to have gotten the raw end of the deal when it comes to his default kit, not only getting one, but two multi-class weapons that don't really feel all that specialized for his class role. However, I think the pistol is a great fit for Engie, especially since it's able to be effectively spammed with impunity from longer ranges, a distance that the engineer is particularly ill-equipped to fight at due to his primary weapon being a shotgun and his sentry gun's area denial having limited reach. But where the pistol truly shines in the hands of the engineer is when it's being used almost exclusively to cover the shotgun's weaknesses. At medium range, the shotgun is effectively a pestering tool. Unless you tag someone who is on their last leg already, it's pretty unlikely that you'll manage to fully kill someone at a distance with your shotgun, so the pistol covers that weakness and allows you to do more consistent damage at a longer range. But most importantly, it allows you to do so without wasting your shotgun shots. A lot of one-on-one engagements start off at around medium range, and at that time, you can start firing at the enemy as you get closer and closer together. However, if you start shooting your shotgun at medium range to attempt to soften them up before you get close enough to land the powerful blows, you'll be left with less rounds in the chamber and less chances to make mistakes, often left with no more shots and an alive enemy right up in your face. So the pistol can act as that enemy softening agent. You can use the time where the distance is closed to unload as much damage from your pistol into them as you can before you follow up with 6, count them, 6 shotgun shells ready to go and ready to be used at the optimal distance for meat shots. And of course, the pistol can also be used as the final arbiter in a firefight where you primarily use your shotgun until you're out of shots, and reloading would be the split-second difference between living and dying. And I know I was kind of being sarcastic in the beginning with how good the 200 ammo thing on Engineer is, but it really does allow you to just go bonkers with the thing, and especially when you're just basically spectating a fight going on in the distance, the pistol can allow you to easily chip in from a distance. You'd be surprised just how much of a difference 20 extra damage from the NG on the other side of the map makes, and with practically unlimited ammo at your disposal, it costs costs you nothing. As a long-range option, the pistol can often be that Hail Mary you can spam when you see the speck of an enemy across the landscape, and if you take advantage of the first bullet's perfect accuracy by staggering your shots, you can easily take 8 damage off of anyone who appears on your screen. But the spread is what prevents it from being an automatic sniper rifle, and that's a good thing. However, it limits the pistol's effectiveness to either a stone's throw away or literally right on top of you. And surprisingly, the pistol has some pretty nasty damage when used at close range, specifically because the random spread stops coming into effect when the enemy hitbox is so close to you. This can allow you to pretty much replace your shotgun as your primary weapon in some cases, allowing you to free up damage potential in other places in exchange for utility. For instance, if you wanted to be a more active engineer with leveled sentries, it's completely viable to run the Rescue Ranger with the pistol, since the pistol can often be enough firepower to keep most enemies at bay, and with the Rescue Ranger you can more reliably have a sentry gun nearby and fully healed. The pistol is also the ideal secondary to use alongside the Frontier Justice, since your primary's clip size is cut in half. Not to mention, using the pistol to soften someone up before they approach you has an extra layer to it, since you can easily reveal your stored crits to the enemy before it's too late. And when using the Widowmaker, it's practically suicidal to use any other secondary besides the pistol, since in the event of being completely out of metal, you'd otherwise be converted to a melee character only, ripe for the pickings. And did I mention the 200 reserve ammo? Look, I was trying to be funny before, but I'm being serious now. The Scout is pretty much forced to only use the pistol as a finisher tool, since he'll be completely out of bullets after unloading it 4 times, but the Engineer can literally just hold the button down forever. Not literally forever, but close enough. The guy is always picking up ammo anyway. That's like his thing. That's the Engineer's iconic thing. He says,
I like to pick up ammo.
And then he shoots his pistol after. Classic Engineer. In reality, the pistol will never be as good as the Wrangler, especially if the Wrangler keeps stuffing Ubers, denying explosive classes, and pestering the crap out of anyone who pisses the Engineer off even a little bit, but honestly, it's come pretty close in my book. In fact, I'd consider it to be even more useful than the Short Circuit in terms of all-around effectiveness on the battlefield. So, in a way, the pistol is pretty much exactly where it needs to be for a stock weapon. It gets the job done, and in the right hands, it gets it done well.
I see you. I see you. He just pat, 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 pat. Oh, Lugermorph, nice.